And we do begin this morning with breaking news. One woman has been rushed to the hospital after a wall collapsed in downtown Nashville. Let's get right to News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen. She's at the collapse on 10th and Demumbrian Street, where crews are working to remove debris. Alexandra, how was the woman injured?
Vicki, according to firefighters, the woman that was driving this Kimberly's catering truck over my shoulder here was driving down to Demumbrian when the side of this wall collapsed. I believe right now we do have some Sky 5 footage of crews cleaning up all of this damage. Earlier, there was also a dog that was searching through the rubble just to double check that no one was walking on this sidewalk when the building collapsed. I'm told that this is the old Methodist Sunday School building and it's been abandoned for years. Apparently, demolition was going on and Demumbrian was open and not blocked off. A crew was working to demolish the old building right next to the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Cummins Station. The fire chief says this road will be blocked off for several hours as crews remove the rubble.
Demolishing the building and wall partially fell, and I guess it fell on traffic. It fell on one truck, and we had one lady hurt. It doesn't appear to be serious. She is conscious, talking to us, but they transported her to Vanderbilt.
As for that woman who was taken to the hospital, I'm told that she was alert and very responsive here on the scene. For the latest on her condition, I hope you will join us at 4. Reporting live in downtown Nashville, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Alexandra. Definitely not the way some parents and student athletes in Williamson County expected to start their day. A-Game Sportsplex abruptly shut its doors this morning without letting the tenants know. The owners say they've been wanting to sell the building and finally received a proposal from an Ohio company. However, the owners and tenants couldn't come to an immediate leasing resolution. Members claim they got a warning that the facility may close in the spring. So it was a shock seeing Franklin police blocking the entrance, leaving dozens of parents, students, and coaches wanting more answers.
Just trying to get in and get the equipment so that we can figure out where we skate next, but really just shocked. Shocked that it's happening in Williamson County. Shocked that, this has been a wonderful, wonderful place for the kids to grow up.
A-Game hired police to make sure everything was cordial. Employees eventually let groups in one by one to get their belongings. Several board members say they will meet with their attorneys to figure out what's next. Republican presidential hopeful Donald Trump made an emergency stop here in Nashville yesterday. This is a look at some video of the Boeing 757 from Sky 5 this morning. Trump left town, but his private plane is still here. Trump was en route to a rally in Little Rock, Arkansas yesterday when one of the engines experienced some mechanical problems about 50 miles outside of the city. The FAA is investigating, and his staff is not sure if the plane will be repaired in time to fly Trump to the New Hampshire primary next week. An important consumer alert to let you know about this morning. The massive recall of deadly Takata airbags is growing. So far, more than 20 million older cars have been recalled due to the risk of violent airbag explosions. Now, the Japanese manufacturer says that even some recent airbags are also at risk of problems. Honda is among the 12 affected automakers. They're now recalling 2.2 million Honda and Acura vehicles, some as recently as their 2015 and 2016 models. One of the attorneys at the center of the high-profile Holly Bobo murder case has been suspended. Documents show John Herbison faces a 2-year suspension for taking money from a client but failing to do the work. Herbison tells us he won't be able to practice for 2 months, but then he'll be on probation for the remainder of the time as long as he makes restitution. He says it will not affect his representation of Jason Autry, who's charged in the kidnapping and murder of Holly Bobo.
It means that as of the time I get reinstated, I can resume my representation of him unless he asks for a different attorney in the meantime, and I don't think that he will.
This is not the first time Herbison has been suspended for practicing law. He was suspended back in 2014 and had to sit out for part of the Vanderbilt rape case. This next story is hard to believe. You'd think your newborn infant would be safe in the hospital. Well, this is Jennifer Melton and her son Nate. She gave birth at a local hospital, a healthy baby boy. So why on earth did a doctor perform surgery on the child without even notifying the parents?
It's recklessness. There's no excuse for cutting on a healthy child. There's no excuse for mixing babies up at a hospital.
How could a baby mix-up that leads to an unnecessary surgery happen? The exclusive details in this bizarre story tonight on News Channel 5 at 10.